Kevin Stefanski must be fired.
Peace, family. Skip Bayless and along with a lot of other NFL lovers think that Kevin Stefanski should be fired for what he's doing to Shedeur Sanders. It is no longer suggested. It is blatant what this man is doing. But trust and believe, in my humble opinion, out of all the coaches in the NFL, Kevin Stefanski is the safest one to return next year. And why is that? Because I believe that he is working or operating within 100% accordance to the owners. And for those who think that Kevin Stefanski's actions is threatening the profitability of this NFL team, and that would oversee or supersede his hatred or bigotry or racism towards Shedeur Sanders, let me give you my opinion on that. And my opinion is this. We are comparing what's going on to Shedeur to what our response would be if this was happening at our job. The difference between your job and the NFL is the NFL is a private institution. These are 501c3 private institutions, and they are certified by having their own constitution. They have their own laws in the NFL that operates outside the laws of this country. This is why they're able to honor or disassemble contracts with no problems whatsoever. Nobody can buy into the NFL. Nobody can sell their franchise without a 100% agreement with all the owners. They can do basically whatever they want to do. So on your job, where you work at, they can do the same thing. They just can't be as blatant about it as they are in the NFL. And see, and like I say, Kevin Stefanski is even though his actions is threatening the development of this quarterback, it's threatening the profitability of this team. But Kevin Stefanski's position is not only safe, but it's layered. His safety is in layers. They're a private institution. They make their own laws. They have their own network. And what's most importantly is they share revenue. So even if one team in the league is not making the best decisions that they can, and they're still losing money, as a collective, they share the revenue. So this is not going to be the financial burden as if this was an independent team. You know, and that being said, they can do basically whatever they want to do to Shedeur Sanders and make it just as obvious as they want. And there's nothing that anybody really can do about it as long as you want to play in that league. Because if once you play up under their constitution, you are stepping outside of the protections of the Constitution of this country, and now you're in the realm of the NFL. And Shedeur Sanders is basically on his own. That's the tragedy of working within this system, within the system. And see, the NFL has done what I have been telling black people we should be doing for years. They protect their interests by forming a collective union. And they certified it by having their own constitution. They established their own laws. They share revenue between each team. And they systemically limit other leagues from franchising. This is, like I said, the USFL have tried twice to develop a league outside of the NFL. But they don't have access to the media, to the revenue, the market to make it a viable threat. And black people, this is what I say we could have been doing. When you look at what the NFL has done, they got franchises in Detroit, in New York, in Texas, in California, in Miami, in Chicago, we could be doing the same thing. We, as black people, we could come together upon our own set of standards and rules of how we do business. And we can certify that by developing our own constitution to hold everybody accountable to this agreement. And we can collectively decide who can come in and who can come out, and create a system within this system. And building independent businesses around our own essential needs and services. So everywhere there's basically an NFL contract, we need to have black communities there, because we are funding the NFL just as much as we funding this country. And we are the least protected out of both of them. This makes absolutely no sense. We see the pattern that they're using. Come together, forge your own rules and laws, certify them by your own constitution, and then you have authority and autonomy to determine your own existence. And like I say, wherever there's an NFL contract, we need to have a black organization that's reestablishing ownership and control over our essential needs and services. Our ability to feed ourselves, our ability to provide for our own health, our ability to finance our own goals and ambition, manufacture our own goods and services, and govern our own affairs. Can you imagine if we did that? Just as vulnerable as Shedeur Sanders is within the NFL, we could be invulnerable if we did that to ourselves. We can protect our existence, our right to be here, all by coming together and forging a union within our own collective. And like I say, we are contributing to this country. We are contributors to this NFL. This country would be nowhere without the contributions of black people. And look at us. We are the least protected in either one. And we have still not done anything for ourselves. Like I said, and the blueprint is right there in front of us. This is absolutely ridiculous. But like I say, I'm going to end this video here. These are my thoughts, my opinions. I invite you to leave yours in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.